Hi everyone, welcome back to King's Education channel. So today I'll be doing Henry Park Primary School 2019 Prelim Examinations B6 Math Paper 2. Okay, let's dive into it. So question 1, Joanne had a ribbon measuring 18 meters in length. She cut the ribbon into shorter pieces, each measuring 4/5 meters. Okay, so part A, what would be the most number of 4/5 meters pieces that she could cut? And part B, what would be the length of the ribbon left in the end? So this, you can convert it to decimals, and this would be 0.8 meters. So part A, they want you to find the most number of 0.8 meters pieces that she could cut. So we take 18 meters divided by 0.8 meters, and we should get 22. Yep, we should get 22 pieces. And of course there will be a remainder. So the remainder will be the remainder of the ribbon is what you're trying to find in B. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. The most easy way is to use 22 times 0.8 meters, and this gives you 17.6 meters. This 17.6 meters is the total length of the 22 pieces of 0.8 meters ribbon. Then you take 18 meters minus 17.6 meters to get the length of the ribbon that was left in the end, which is 0.4 meters. Okay, next question 2. So the numbers on card X and Y are 3-digit numbers. The first digit on card Y is shown below. Given that the average of the two cards, or the average of the two numbers on card X and Y is 300, find the smallest possible number on card X. So they tell you that the average of the two numbers on the both cards is 300. So you can find the total number. So the total number is 300 times 2, which is 600. Next, they told you that the first digit on card Y is 3, and they want you to find the smallest possible number on card X. If you want the smallest possible number on card X, you should have the greatest number on card Y. So you can take card Y to be 399. So since the total is 600 and the greatest number for card Y is 399, the smallest possible number for card X is 201. Okay, so my answer is 201. Okay, let's move on to question 3. So question 3, a piece of paper in the shape of a parallelogram is folded along the dotted line as shown below. So they ask you to find angle Y, which is essentially this angle Y. Okay, so the clue that they give you in this question is this angle, which is 47 degrees, as well as this angle, which is 36 degrees. So a way you can approach the question is to draw the dotted line here to imitate the folding of the paper. So let's just assume that the dotted line is here, and then it's being folded. So like what I'm labeled here, this angle here will still be the same angle as here, which is y. So this angle is 36 degrees. So when you fold the paper like this angle is also 47 degrees. So here is also 47 degrees. And so if you know what is this angle, this angle that I'm shading right now, you can find it. So it's 180 degrees minus 47 degrees minus 47 degrees, which is 86 degrees. So this angle here is 86 degrees. Okay. So with that, you can find what is this angle. So that angle which I drawn there is 180 degrees minus 86 degrees minus 36 degrees, which is 58 degrees. So this angle is 58 degrees. And since this is a parallelogram, opposite sides are all the same. So angle Y is 58 degrees. Okay. So let's move on to question 4. In the figure below, JKLM is a square. Angle MLO is 11 degrees. KL equals to KO. So when you read this, please remember to label your diagram. So KL equals to KO. So essentially, KLO is an isosceles triangle, and they ask you to find angle JOK. Okay, so since J, K, L and M is a square, you can find what is this angle. So this angle is 90 degrees minus 11 degrees, which is 79 degrees. So this is 79 degrees. And since this is 79, this will also be 79 degrees. Okay. Next. Oh, you all see this? Okay, if JK, L and M is a square, and if KL is equals to this, isn't KL the same as JK? So these two sides are also equal. So triangle JKO is also an isosceles triangle. So angle KOJ is the same as angle KJO. So these two angles will be the same. So one way to find these two angles is to find these angles first. Then you take 90 degrees to get this angle before you find these two angles. So 180 degrees minus 2 times 79 degrees, which is 22 degrees. So this is 22 degrees, and we know this is a right angle, so 90 degrees minus 22 again, which is 68 degrees. So this is 68. So this is isosceles, these two are the same. So we take 180 degrees minus 68 degrees, which is 112 degrees. 112 degrees divided by 2 to find each of them. So each of them will be 56 degrees. Okay. Okay, next. Question 5. Two lines AB and AC are drawn inside a box. So X is one of the dots inside the box. Draw two lines AX and CX to complete a right angle triangle ACX with AC equals to AX. So essentially they are asking you to draw a isosceles triangle. So first you have to locate point X. So AC, normally I'll use a ruler to measure as well for accuracy. So AC is around 3.6 cm. Okay, so they say angle ACX, X is somewhere here, I don't know, somewhere here, is 90 degrees. This triangle is a right angle triangle. So if you want to draw, you can just sketch first. It's a right angle triangle. So these two are the isosceles sides. Okay, so ACX, AC and AX must be the same length. So AC and AC here and AX somewhere here must be the same length. So this side should be a 90 degree. Okay, so it should be here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it should be around 3.6 cm. Yep, it's around 3.6 cm. Okay, so this is my X. So you connect your X and your C. Okay, so label X and also indicate that AC is the same as AX by drawing these lines. Okay, you can also indicate your right angle, which is here. Okay, so you are done with part 1. Next, go on to part B. Y is one of the dots inside the box. Draw two lines BY and CY to complete a trapezium AB, Y and C, where AB is parallel to CY and where the length of CY is twice the length of AB. So CY is parallel to AB. So AB is around three spacings apart. So CY they say is twice the length. So you need it to be 6 spacing apart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can draw. Okay. So how do you know it's parallel? You can use a ruler to. So as you see, my ruler here is at 1 cm. It's exactly on the aligned to that 1 cm mark, and then this on CY is aligned to one of the lines. So from here we can tell that it's exactly parallel. Another way is you can use the top of your ruler and place it along AB line, and if it forms a 90 degree here, it shows that these two lines are parallel. So since I have drawn 6 parts, which is double, so this should be my point Y, and to complete it I just have to connect points B and Y. Okay, so that's it. And to indicate there is a parallel trapezium, draw the parallel sides, label them. Okay, next question 6. In a sports meet, the ratio of the number of runners in the blue team to the red team is 3:5. The ratio of the number of runners in the yellow team to blue team is 3:4. There are 66 more runners in red team than yellow team. How many runners are there altogether? So here in this question, there are a few teams. I got blue, I got red, and I got yellow. So if you see the ratio, the common one is blue to red, yellow to blue. So blue should be in the middle. It will be easier for you to solve the question. So yellow team to blue team is 3:4. Blue to red is 3:5. So 3:5. So the numbers of runners in blue team will always be the same. So you have to make 4 and 3 the same. So the common multiple is 12. So for this one, you have to times 4. So it will be 20. For this one, you have to times 3. So it will be 9. Then the last line, they say that there are 66 more runners in red team than yellow team. So red team has 20 units, yellow team has 9 units. So take 20 units minus 9 units equals to 11 units. And this 11 units represent 66 of them. So 1 unit equals to 66 divided by 11, which is 6. So in the question, they want you to find how many runners are there altogether. So in total, there's like 9 units plus 12 units plus 20 units. So that is 41 units. So to find 41 units, you take 6 times 41. You get 246. And that's the answer. Next, go to question 7. Isaac had 1.2 meters of wire. He used all of it to form 2 equilateral triangles as shown below. So find the total parameters of both triangles in terms of y in the simplest form. And part B, they ask you to find the value of y. So both are equilateral triangles. This will be y cm, here will be y cm. It will be y plus 4 cm. This side will be y plus 4 cm. So parameter for this small triangle is just y cm times 3, which is 3y cm. And for this side, it will be y plus 4 bracket cm times 3, and you get 3y plus 12 cm. You can put brackets here as well. So they want a total parameter, so you add them out. So 3y cm plus 3y plus 12 cm. So 3y plus 3y, which is 6y. Then you have another 12. So my answer is 6y plus 12 cm. Okay, part B. Find the value of y. So they told you that Isaac had 1.2 meters of wire and he used all of it to form these 2 equilateral triangle. So this 1.2 meters of wire will be the total parameter of these 2 triangles. So I convert this to cm first for simplicity's sake. So 120 cm is equals to 6y plus 12 cm. Okay, so next we can cancel 12 on each side. So 120 cm minus 12 cm. So if I minus 12 cm here, I can minus 12 cm here. It will be 6y cm. So 108 cm equals to 6y cm. To find y, you just take 108 cm divided by 6, which is 18. It's just 18, there's no units. So my answer is 18. Okay, so next question 8. For every piano that CT sells, she earns a sum of money as shown below: 10% of the first $500 of the selling price and 8% of the remaining selling price. So CT sold a piano and earned $650. What was the selling price of the piano? So the first $500 of the selling price, she earned 10%. So 10% of $500, you can cancel the zero, is $50. So out of the $650, $50 is from the first $500 of the selling price. So we take $650 minus $50 to get $600. So this $600 is actually 8% of the remaining selling price. So 8% of remaining selling price equals to $600. With that, we can find what is 1%. So 1% is 600 divided by 8, which is $75. And we can find 100% of it, which is 75 times 100, which is $7,500. So this $7,500 is actually the remaining selling price. So to find the actual selling price of the piano, we still must add the first 500 of the selling price. So we take 7500 plus $500 to get $8,000. And that's the answer. Okay, let's move on to question 9. So at first, Kenrick had a total of 117 pencils and erasers altogether. He gave away 25 pencils and bought more erasers to increase the number of his eraser by 60%. In the end, Kenrick had a total of 137 pencils and erasers altogether. So how many pencils did Kendrick have at first? For this, I think we have to draw model. So I got pencil and eraser. I don't know how much, but let's just draw two random blocks. So the total is 117, and after Kendrick gave away 25 of them, so I can cut out 25 of them. So P is left with this, and he bought more erasers to increase his eraser by 60%. Okay, so I can cut this into 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after that, he increased by 60%. So it's 60%. You can change it to fraction, which is 3/5. So he will increase to 8 parts. So I'll draw 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 8 parts. So in total now he had 137 pencils and erasers. So in how many pencils did Kendrick have at first? So you see, actually he lose 25 pencils. And there's we don't know how much more erasers he gained, but at the end he had 137 instead of 117. So actually through this process he gained 20, even though he lose 25 pencils. So actually what it means is that 45 erasers were bought. So you can think in a way where 25 of the erasers here are used to replace the pencils, and additional 20 erasers is used to increase the number from 117 to 137. Okay, so first step you can just use 25 plus 20 to get your 45 here. Okay, so these 45 erasers were bought, and we know that these 45 erasers represent the 3 parts here. So with that, we can go and find out how many erasers are there at first. So 45 divided by 3, 15. 15 times 5, which is 75. So here I have 75 erasers. So the question they want to know is how many pencils did Kendrick have at first. So very easy, we take 117 minus 75, and I should get my answer, which is 117 minus 75, and my answer is 42. Okay. And please take note, when in this set of models that I draw, the 1 unit of eraser here is not the same as the block here. They are not the same. Okay, next, question 10. So question 10, Joyce and Val ran in a race. Joyce ran at a speed of 200 meters per minute. When Val was at the halfway point of the race, Joyce was 2.5 km ahead of Val. Both of them did not change their speed throughout the race, and Joyce completed the race at 11:50 AM. What time did Val completed the race? So they give you the speed of Joyce, which is 200 meters per minute. Okay, so when Val is here, Joyce is 2.5 km ahead. So we can say it's somewhere here. Okay, so we can just roughly draw and say that this is 2.5 km, and this is Joyce, J for Joyce. Both of them did not change their speed throughout the race. Joyce completed the race at 11:50 AM. The question also did not state what time they started running. Okay, so let's slowly try and figure this out. Joyce completed at 11:50 AM. They didn't give the length. Okay, let me come back to this question later. Let's go to question 11 first. The pie chart below represents the number of marbles of 4 different colors in the box. There were 135 more green marbles than red marbles. What percentage of marbles in the box were green? Okay, so when you see the pie chart, you see that there's percentage, there's fraction. So change all to a certain type that you want. So for me, let's change this to percentage. So 1/5 is 20%, and we know that the yellow is actually 1/4 of the pie chart. So essentially, it's 25%. So with that, we can calculate how many percent of the marbles in the box are green, which is 100% minus 15%, part A, minus 25% minus 20%. So you get 40%. Okay. So 40% of the marbles in the box are green. Part B. All the marbles in the box were placed in 48 bags. Each bag contained either 8 or 14 marbles. How many of the bags contain 14 marbles? So with this, we have to first find out how many marbles are there exactly in the whole box. So we have to use this clue. So with every problem sum, all the clues given in the question must be used. If not, you cannot really solve the question. So they say that there's 125 more green marbles than red marbles. So we know green is 40%. So green is actually 25% more than the red, and this 25% represents the 135. So with this, you can find what is 1%, which is 135 divided by 25, which is even if we don't find 1%, 5% first. We take 135 divided by 5, which is 27. Find 100%, which is 27 times 20, which is 540. So in the whole box, I have 540 marbles. I have a label here. So they say that each bags contain either 8 or 14 marbles. How many of the bags contain 14 marbles? So with this, there's a lot of ways to approach this. Some of you can use guess and check. Others, I know some people can use elimination method. So there's a lot of ways to do this. For me, I'll just use let's just use guess and check. So let's just draw here. So these are the bags of 14 marbles, bags of 8 marbles, and this is the total, this is the marbles, number of 14 bags, number of 8 bags, marbles, total, and you got correct or wrong. So we can start with a simple number. You can try 14 bags. So 30 times 14 is 420. So I have 120 left. So I can just 120 divided by here I got 120. So 120 divided by 8 is 15. So total I got 540 and it's correct. Okay. But then again, the question says that there's 48 bags. So if you look at the bags properly, I have 30 bags here, 15 bags here. So I'm short of 3 more bags. So I need to have more of 8 bags with 8 marbles. So I have to reduce this number. So let's try. Okay, let's reduce this by. Let's reduce this by 4. So I have 26 of this. So 26 times 14 is 364. So 540. Okay, use 540 here. Minus 364. 364. I got 176. And there is 22 bags of 8 marbles. So in total, let's just put a cross here because it's the wrong number of bags. So 26 bags here, 22 bags here. So total 48 bags. So this one is the correct one. So they ask you how many bags contain 14 marbles. Answer is 26. Okay. So moving on to question 12. Angles. In the figure, A, B, C, and G is a trapezium. So A, B, C, and G is a trapezium. So I assume these two are the parallel sides. B, C, E, F is a rhombus. So all sides are the same length. And they say that line BED and BFG are straight lines. So these two are straight lines. Given that AB is parallel to GC, EC equals to ED. So here they are actually labeled. So they are telling you that this is actually an isosceles triangle. So this is also P, and they tell you that 76. This angle BFE is 76 degrees. Angle GCE is 17 degrees here, and angle AGB is 55 degrees. So they want you to find angle P first. So angle P is this. So part A. So we have to make use of the rhombus. Okay, so they say the angle ABED is a straight line. So with that, we can find what is this angle. So this angle is the same as this angle. This angle as well, this angle as well. So 180 degrees minus 76, which is 104 degrees. So these two will add up to 104. So if you all don't know, a rhombus is actually made out of two identical isosceles triangle. So we take 104 degrees divided by 2, which is 52 degrees. So here is 52 degrees, here is 52 degrees, here is also 52, here is also 52. So when we know this is 52, we can find what is this angle, which is 180 degrees minus 52 degrees, which is 128 degrees. So let me label. So lastly, to find P, these are isosceles triangle and triangle CED. So 180 degrees minus 128 degrees, 52. We take 52 divided by 2, which is 26 degrees. Okay. Let's go to part B. I will write here. So you want to find this angle, which is angle Q. Okay, so to find angle Q, you need to make use of the trapezium. So first, if you look at the trapezium ABCG, you just need to find what is this angle that I'm shading right now, and you also need to find what is this angle that I'm shading right now. Okay, so to find this angle is actually not difficult. This is a rhombus, like what I said just now. So this angle that I'm shading plus 17 should be 76. So to find the shaded angle, I'm just taking 76 degrees minus 17 degrees, which is 59 degrees. So here is 59 degrees. Okay, next you need to find what is this angle. So if you look at BCG, is actually a triangle. So with that, we also can find what is this angle, which is 180 degrees minus 52 minus 52 minus 59. So we minus these two minus this angle, we get this angle. So do a bit of calculation. You should get 17 degrees. Okay. Or another way, if you all are fast, you all can see that there's actually this angle and this BG and CE are parallel. So there's a Z here, which is alternate angles. So 17 here will be the same as 17 here. So it'll be faster for you. So to find angle Q, you look at the whole trapezium ABCG. This is a four-sided figure. So there's there are four angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I do something wrong? Oh yeah. Okay, so since AB is parallel to GC, here is also 17 degrees. AB, GC here, which is written here, AB is parallel to GC. Okay, so to find angle Q, you just take 360 degrees minus this angle, and this angle. You should get angle Q. So let's go and do it. So 360 minus 17 minus 52 minus 52. This one is here minus 59 and minus 55 plus 17. Okay, so do a bit of calculation. 55 plus 17 is 72, plus 59 is 131, plus 17 is 148, plus 52 is 200, and another 52 is 252. So you take 360 minus 252 is 108, and that's the answer. Okay, next, let's move on to question 13. Tina had some 20 cents, 50 cents, and $1 coin with a total value of $300.60. 40% of the coins were 20-cent coins, 1/8 of the remaining coins were $1 coins. So they ask you in part A, what is the ratio of the number of 20-cent coins to a number of 50-cent coins to a number of $1 coins? Express your answer in the simplest form. Okay, so for this, I'll just use fraction. 40% of the coins are 20-cent coins. 1/8 of the remaining coins were $1 coins. So the remaining coins is actually 60%. So 1/8 times 60% equals to 7.5%. So 7.5% of the coins are actually $1 coins. So the remaining 50 cents is actually 60% minus 7.5%, which is 52.5%. Okay. So they want you to put it in ratio 20 cents to 50 cents is to $1. So if it's me, I just write 40% here, 52.5%, and here is 7.5%. So you can, obviously this is in decimal, you cannot have a ratio with decimal, so I'll make it bigger, so 400 to 525 to 75 before I round down to the simplest form. So I divide by 5, I get 80 is to 105 is to 15. You round down again, you get 16, 21, and 3. So your ratio should be 16, 21, and 3. This is my answer for part A. And for part B, you are supposed to find how many coins did Tina have altogether. So for this type of question, is a grouping question. What do I say is a grouping question? So they ask you to find the ratio at first. So with this ratio, we can say that for every 16 20-cent coins, there's 21 50-cent coins, and there are 3 $1 coins. So we can say that this is one group. And within this value of $300.60, you are supposed to find how many groups are there. So 16 times 20 cents is $3.20. You can take 21 times 50-cent coins, that is $10.50. And 3 times $1 is just $3. So add this up, so $3.20 plus $3 plus $10.50. So now we are finding the value of each group. So each group is actually $16.70. So find how many groups are there. So you take 360 divided by $16.70. So with this, I need a calculator. 3 divided by 16. So with this, I get 18. So there are 18 groups. 18 groups. And each group, I have 16 20 cent, 21 50 cent, and 3 $1. So they want you to find how many coins there is. So each group there's actually 16 plus 21 plus 3 coins, regardless of what type of coins they are. So it's 40, and we know that there are 18 groups, so we take 40 times 18, which is 720 coins. So the answer is 720 coins. Okay, question 13 is done. Let's move on to question 14. I think we still have another 3 or 4 questions. So Dom had a square piece of paper of an area of 64 cm square. He cut out a quarter circle, 3 identical semicircles here, from it as shown below. The quarter circle had the same radius as each semicircle. So what I'm saying is that from here to here is the same as the midpoint of the semicircle to here. Okay, so the first question they are asking you, what is the radius of the quarter circle? Okay. So obviously we know we can fit another quarter circle here. So first thing, we know that the whole area is 64 cm square. So this is where you have to be fast with numbers. So with this we can tell that each side of the paper is actually 8 cm by 8 cm. Okay, so from here to here is actually 8 cm. Then as from in this diagram, I already dotted out the parts of the radius. So this is the radius, 1 radius, 2 radius, 3 radius, 4 radius. So along each length there is enough for 4 radiuses. So we take 8 cm divided by 4, we get 2 cm. So each radius is 2 cm, which is your answer which you are finding. Part A is 2 cm. Okay, part B, find the perimeter of the remaining piece of paper. Okay, so at first we can find the circumference of all this semicircle. So use the formula. So the diameter of one semicircle is 4 cm. So pi times d give you the circumference, but we must remember to times half, because these are semicircles. So 4 times half, 2 times 3.14 is just 6.28 cm. So each of these that I'm like circling right now here, like this length is 6.28 cm. We can also find the quarter circle, which is also 4 cm times 3.14 times 1/4. This should give me 3.14 cm. So here I have 3 of these, so I can take 6.28 cm times 3. You should get 18.84 cm. So normally I draw lines under the parts that I want. So with this, I want this because I know this 3.14 cm is this one, and 18.84 cm is this 3 semicircle circumference. Okay, so the other parts that you need to add is all the straight lines. So this 2 cm, this 2 cm, we know this 2 cm, and here is 2 cm, so this part will be 6 cm that we need to add, and this part plus this part is also 4 cm. This part is another 2 cm here. So to find the perimeter, we just need to add all these together. So we add the straight lines together plus these two. So we can just add the straight line first, 2 cm plus 2 cm here. Go in a clockwise manner to be easier. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 here. Then we plus the 4 here. Then we plus the 6 here. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 6, 16 cm. So in the end, add all these three up together. So 16 cm plus 18.84 cm plus 3.14 cm. Okay, so with that, you should get 37.98 cm. And that's the answer. Okay, we are done with question 14. Last few questions before we go back to question 10, which was a bit hard. So question 15, John uses triangles and circles to form figures that follow a pattern as shown below. So figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4. So there's a table for you. In part A, they say that the table shows the number of triangles and circles for the first 4 figures. Complete the table for figure 5. So figure 5 is not drawn for you. So using a table, you are supposed to figure out the pattern. So the number of triangles is very obvious. It's just adding one more. So here should be 6. Then for your number of circles, at first there's 6, then there's 8, there's 9, and there's 11. Then the next one we have no idea. So from 6 to 8 is plus 2, 8 to 9 is plus 1. There's no clear pattern. Here is plus 2 again. So probably there's plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. Probably for figure 10 will be another plus 1. So I mean for figure 5 will be another plus 1. So 11 plus 1 should be 12. And with that, my total number should be 18. So you can double check with the total number. From here to here is plus 3, followed by a plus 2. Here is plus 3, plus 2. So this should be the pattern that we are looking for. Okay. Next, part B. They want you to find what is the figure number for a figure in a pattern that has a total of 51 triangles and circles. Okay. So very obvious, every time we add 5, we are jumping by 2 patterns. So we add another 5, we jump 2 patterns. From figure number 1 to figure 3, we add 5. Figure 3 to figure 5, we add another 5 in the total number. So from figure 5, so figure 5 here. So figure 5 to figure 7, you add another 5. So it will be 18 to 23. So you can continue 9, 11. So you plus another 5, which is 28. 33, can continue. So let's continue. So 13. So when we add another 5 here is 38. So this is the figure number. The total number of the triangles and the circles. So plus another 5 is 43. This the does not make sense. So we can add another 5 again. So figure 17. So at figure 17 there will be 48. And if you were to think again, if you were to add another, to jump by another 2 figures, 48 plus 5, you will get 53. But in the question, we want a total of 51 triangles and squares. Triangles and circles. So if you look at the pattern again, it's plus 3, then plus 2. So if you plus 3, here, you get 51. So we only jump by one pattern here, not jump by 2. So with the pattern that we want is 18. Okay. Next, for part C, how many circles did John use for figure 115? Okay, this is not easy. Okay. So for every jump, so we can see the same pattern for the number of circles. So number of circles jump by 3, every 2 jump 2 number increase in the figure. So figure 1, we have 6 circles. This is the figure number. This is the circles. Okay, so every time we jump by 2, so we jump to 3, we get 9. So we plus 3 here, plus 2 here. Okay, so we want to go to figure 115. So we want to jump to figure 115. So how many jumps are there? So 115 minus 1 is 114. So 114 divided by 2 is actually 57 jumps. So there will be 57 jumps here. 57 jumps here. So with 57 jumps, your plus 3 also jump 57 times. So we take 57 times 3, which is 171. So we add 171 to 6, and that should give you your answer, which is 177. Okay, let me draw a line so that you guys won't get confused with the working. I apologize for my for being a bit messy. Okay, so question 15 is done. Let's move on to question 16. The figure below shows an empty wading pool with some steps on each side of the pool. On one side of the pool, sorry. Each step measures 0.2 meters in height and 0.4 meters in length. Mr. Heng wants to fill the pool with water using hoses that allow water to flow at a rate of 1.395 meter cubed per hour. How long will it take Mr. Heng to fill the pond with water to a depth of 0.7 meters, measuring from the deepest end of the pool? Okay, so to make things easier, you can split it into parts. So we can treat this part of the pool without the steps first. So we take 4.8 meters times 3 meters here and times the height. The height we only want to the height of 0.7 meters. So we use a calculator and calculate it. So you should get 10.08 meter cube. So 10.08 meter cubes of water is needed to fill the part here. So next part we have to deal with is the water here. So each step is 0.2 meters in height. So this 0.2, 0.2, 0.2 and 0.2. Okay, so essentially what you can do is you can cut it also. You can cut it here, So this is let's treat it as a long rectangular tank. So since we already elevated it by 0.2, we only need a height of 0.5. So we can take the length here is 3 meters, the width here is 0.4, and the height you want is 0.5 meters. So calculate again, times 3. Here is 0.6 meter cube for this part. So we can continue. It will be the same. It will be 3 meters times 0.4 meters. The only thing that will change is the height. Because here is 0.2 meters high already, then here is another 0.2 meters high. So the height you need here is 0.3 meters. Okay, so 0.4 times 0.3 times 3 meters, 0.36 meter cube. And there's also, don't forget, you have another part here, the last step here. This part you only want 0.1 meters because you want to fill to 0.7 meters high. So 3 meters times 0.4 meters times 0.1 meter. So 3 times 0.4 times 0.1. 0.12 meters cube. So all these go and add up together. Get 0.6 meter cube plus 0.36 meter cube plus 0.12 meter cube. Okay, if you all have a better way of solving this question, you all can let me know in the comment box below. But normally when I do math, it's a bit tedious. Okay, so the total volume that you need is actually 11.16 meter cube. So they are asking you how long it will take him to fill the pond with to fill the pool with water if he's using a hose at a rate of 1.395 meter cube per hour. So you take 11.16 meter cube divided by 1.395 meter cube per hour. So my answer is actually 8 hours. Okay. So normally if you divide and you get a answer that is like very odd, it's not even like 7.5 hours. If it's like 7 hours and 10 minutes, it's most likely that your answer is wrong, because in primary schools, teachers like to make the answers quite. They try to form answers that are in whole numbers so that it will be easier for marking as well. Okay, let's go to question 17. So question 17, there are two square tiles of equal size are shown below. Some parts of the tiles are painted in the shape of identical quarter circles. So they say that they lay the floor with the tiles in a pattern as shown below. So the floor is 5.2 meters by 3.6 meters and they claim that it's totally covered by the tiles. They want you to find the area of the floor that are covered by the painted parts of the tile. So for your first step, you can go and find out what is the area of this quarter circle. So very simple. They ask you to use pi as 22 over 7. So formula for area of circle is pi r square. So your r is 14 square. And since this is a quarter, actually you can find the full circle. It will be easier. So you can cancel. So you use a calculator as well. 22 times 2 times 14 get 616 cm square. Okay. So using this, you have to figure out how you have to figure out how many patterns, how many circles are there. So the thing is, the next part of the question, you have to figure out how many circles will there be. So they tell you that each of these is 20 cm. So obviously 20 cm is 0.2 meters. So if you just do a short calculation, 3.6, I'll use this side to do those minor working because there's not much space. If not, I have to flip to a blank piece of paper, then it'll be hard for you guys to see. So you can fit 18 tiles here, and for this side, 5.2 meters divided by 0.2 meters, you get 26. So you can fit 26 tiles here. So you see the pattern is in trees. There are three of these. For this side, which let's just write 26 here, label 18 tiles here. So 26, you take 26 divided by 3, you get 8. Then you still got a remainder of 2. So there'll be 8 of these rows, and there'll be last two patterns that are like this. Okay, so this is actually a very complex question. Next here, I have 18 of these tiles. Okay, so every 2 tiles I have actually 2 circles. This is one circle, this is a semicircle, this is another semicircle. So we can take it every 2 tiles here. I got 2 circles, assuming it's by 3 lah, 2 by 3. So I have 2 circles. So when these are 2, I can fit 18 of them. That means this row here, I'm drawing here, I can fit 2 circles times 9, which is 18 lah. So I can fit 18 circles in here. So each row I can fit 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. So let me go and double check again. So 1, 2, 3, 2 here, then I can fit 18 tiles times 9. Yeah, 18. So each row I can fit 18. So 18. And we know that there's actually 8 rows. So 18 times 8 is 144. So we can confirm that from here to here, remaining the last 2 rows, we have 144 circles. So now we have to double check with the last 2 rows. So if you want to, just by using these 2 rows, can use this to cut. Just assume it's like that. So we cut it into 2 by 2 for easier. So there'll be 3 semicircle. Okay, there'll be 3 semicircle. 3 semicircle is actually 3 over 2 of a circle, and we know that it's still 18, so you can times 9. So you get in that last 2 rows of tiles, you have another 13.5 circles, because each I have 3 semicircles, so 3 times half circle are 3 halves, and you know that each row we can have 9 of these squares, so it's 13.5 additional circles. So 144 plus 13.5, we get 157.5. So in total we have 157.5 circles, and to find the area we just take that, multiply 616 cm square, and you should get your answer. So 616 times 157.5, you get 97020 cm square. Okay, so for this question is actually very hard. If you guys cannot do, you have to try to draw on the paper itself to visualize. Okay, so if in exam you have no time, I suggest for you to skip this question first. If not, what you can do to obtain additional marks is to do all this working here and hope that your teacher will actually give you some marks to even though you cannot finish the question. Okay, with that, let me go back to the question that I didn't finish, question 10. Okay, so let me try and figure out. So if here, so let me repeat the question again. Joyce and Val ran a race. Joyce ran at a speed of 200 meters per minute. When Val was at the halfway point of the race, Joyce was 2.5 km ahead of Val. So here I drew Joyce here, which is 2.5 km ahead of Val. Both of them did not change their speed throughout the race, and Joyce completed the race at 11:50 a.m. What was the time did Val completed the race? Okay, so if we know that from here to here is 2.5, I can also draw from here to here and say that it's another 2.5 km. Okay. So let me see. So Joyce ran at a speed of 200 meters per minute. Okay. So you assume that when Val was here at the starting point, Joyce was somewhere here. So when Joyce ran another 5 km here, Val was here. Okay, so we take 2.5 km times 2, which is 5 km. 5 km the distance here. Then we divide it by the speed that Joyce ran. So we take 5,000 meters divided by 200 meters per minute. Why do we do this? Is that we want to find from here to here how long did Joyce actually take. So Joyce actually take 25 minutes. Okay. So you know that from here to here is 25 minutes. So they say that Joyce completed the race at 11:50 here. Okay. So they want you to find what time did Val complete the race. So it's very simple. To know what time she complete the race, the only way is to add this timing to this timing, because Val will definitely be slower. So we take 11:50 minutes AM plus 25 minutes. So with this, Val will complete at 12:15 AM. I mean PM, sorry. Okay. So that's it for this paper. I hope my explanation has been helpful. Let me double check if I finished every question. Yeah, I should finish every question. Okay, so that's it for Henry Park Primary School 2019 Prelim Examination P6 Math Paper 2. This paper has been a bit hard, so it's okay if some of you cannot complete it. Some of the tips that I give students is that try to do as much working as possible so as to secure as many marks as possible. And that's all for this video. If you like what I'm doing, do like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends. By sharing, you guys can go through more questions and perhaps do better for your PSLE. And with that, thank you and see you in the next video. Goodbye.